What's up, guys? This is Mo Hunt Silver coming back at you with another nickel hunt, and this is going to be the viewer's choice episode, episode 25 of our series, boxes 34 and 35. In the short that I posted, asking you guys for help, I had 8 boxes to choose from, and I wanted folks to vote on which 2 of the 8 boxes we were going to hunt, and boxes 2 and 3 were the most popular choices. So those are the boxes that we have here to hunt. Like I said in the short, these are all circulated boxes, so these 2 are definitely circulated for sure. And each of these boxes are going to have 2 enders. So we're going to be looking for any kind of oldies, V nickels, Buffalo nickels, any kind of oldies for the books to add, any kind of proofs, war nickels, errors, varieties, or anything else cool, even foreigns, that we could possibly find in these boxes. So I'm going to get everything set up and we will start hunting to see what we can find. All right, guys, I'm back here. And I did forget to mention in the intro, because we're hunting 2 boxes, I'm only going to be filming finds from the 40s and earlier, unless we find an error or a variety or foreign or something like that. So in roll number 5, we have our first 40s nickel, and it is going to be a 1941. And this one is going to be out of San Francisco. So that's pretty cool. And I'll take it. Roll number 9 is going to give us our second 40s Jefferson nickel for the box. And we have a 1941 right here. This one looks like it's pretty worn. And that's going to be a Philadelphia. Yeah, look how slick that one is. That's been used pretty heavily. Let's put it up here. And then 2 coins back, I also saw we had a 1954. So we can see if this one has a mint mark on it or not. And it does not. So that's going to be a 1954 Philadelphia. All right, I'll put it up here with the other few 50s finds that we found as well so far. And we'll keep moving. Very next roll, roll number 10. And it seems like it's going to be the box of 1941s because we have another one right here. And again, it's pretty worn. Been used quite heavily. And that's going to be another 41 Philadelphia. And again, now this time 2 coins back. We're going to have a 1957. And that's probably going to be a Denver. And it is. 1957 Denver. Alrighty. All right. Roll number 11 is going to give me something other than a 1941 to film. We got a 1939 this time. And let's see if it has a mint mark. I hope it does. And it does not. So that will be a Philadelphia. And we can still check that under the microscope to see if it has the doubling on the reverse here. And I am not seeing it on this example. And I do not see any doubling on the obverse either. All right, but we'll still take it. That's a 30s Jefferson for the hunt. Just got roll number 14 laid out, and it looks like we're going to have our first foreign for the box. As I see a Canada right here on this nickel. So we got a 1982 Beaver nickel. And let's see what the obverse looks like if I can turn it. There we go. Yeah, not in bad shape. Definitely take that. Put it to the side over here. And then I also saw that we had a older looking, where did I see it? I think, is this it? This might be it right here. Yep, that's the one. And older looking reverse. Let's see what the obverse is. Yeah, it is. It's going to be a 1957 out of Philly. Roll 17 is going to give us, you guessed it, another 1941. That's going to be 4 for this box so far out of these 17 rolls. That is crazy. 1941 with some scratches going across it. And that's going to be a second San Francisco. So we're going to have 2 Phillies and 2 San Franciscos in this box so far out of our 41s. That's kind of wild, but I'll take them. Just a few coins in to roll 21. And we have a 1947. And this one will be out of Philadelphia. Roll 23 is going to give us a 1946. And this one is going to be out of Philadelphia. And does not look like it's going to be the Henning. Roll 28 is going to give us a 1947. And let's see if this has a mint mark on it. And yes, it does. That is going to be a San Francisco. So that is a lower minted nickel right there. And we'll definitely take it. Roll 29. Only a few coins in. And we have a 1940. Will this one have a mint mark? And it does not. So that will be a 1940 Philadelphia. Not in bad shape for its age either. Roll 33 is going to give us 2 finds. Our first one is going to be right here. This does have a Denver mint mark, and it is extremely slick. Let's turn this over and see what date is on the obverse. And that's going to be a 1940 out of Denver. That's been used very heavily. And then towards the back of the roll, I noticed we have a 1947. So let's see if this one is going to have a mint mark or not. And it does. It's going to be a 1947 Denver. Sweet. Roll 35. I'm bringing you guys in because we have an older Jefferson. I already saw what the date is of this one, but it is a Philadelphia minted. And we have a 1940 out of Philly. So that's not bad. I will take that. And actually, in the last roll, roll 34, we found a 2009 out of Philly. That's a low mintage. Not quite as low as the 2024 Denver, but pretty close. Roll 37, guys. I had to bring it back because I saw something that's a bit older than a Jefferson nickel. And can you guys see it? Right there. Just peeking out. This is exactly what I saw. So let's see. We have a Buffalo for sure. And that is going to be a dateless one. Now, does this have a mint mark on the reverse? And it looks like it does. All right. So we are going to have a Buffalo with a mint mark. And I'm going to have to nicodate this to get a date off of it. Because I cannot see. There's just barely something poking through there, but it's not legible. So let me put some nicodate on this, and I will be right back. All right, guys, I let the nicodate sit on there for a little bit. I did both sides, the obverse and the reverse. And it looks like we're going to have a 1929. And I'll put it under the scope so you guys can see the 29 a little bit better. And there you can see it pretty clearly, 1929. And I believe this is going to be a Denver. It's hard to see, even after nicodating it. But that definitely looks more like a D than it does an S. And there you can kind of see it with the naked eye on the camera here. A little bit, yeah. But I think this might be an addition for our Buffalo Nickel album. Because I do not believe we have the 29D yet. So that is awesome. Just unfortunate I had to liquidate it. We're still on roll number 37. Just about half the roll back from that Buffalo nickel. I'm bringing you guys in here because we have a 1951, and when I flip this one over, that is going to have a San Francisco mint mark. So that is a semi-key date for the hunt in this box. That is pretty sweet. I just want to put this under the scope quick. And yeah, that's a nice little S right there for San Francisco on a 1951. Sweet. Another one with a low mintage. Roll 39 is going to give us a 1946. It definitely looks like it's pretty worn. And that one is going to be a Philadelphia. Not the Henning nickel, just a regular 46 Philly. And I also did pull a 1952 out of this roll. And that's going to be a Philadelphia as well. And towards the back of the roll, we're going to have a second 1952. And this one is also a Philly. All right. So we'll see if there's anything else in this roll. And if there is, I'll be back to share it. Roll number 40 is going to give us a 1942. And I hope this has a D mint mark on it. Let's see. Oh, wow. That is actually going to be a 1942 Philly silver wartime nickel. That does not have the look of silver at all. I thought it was just going to be regular 42 Philly. Wow. All right, well, I'll definitely take that. We got silver for the box. Extremely worn and damaged, but I will take it. That is sweet. So now we got a Buffalo and a silver for this box. This was totally unexpected because it doesn't even have the silver look on the edge either. Holy crap. Our next roll, roll number 41, and we're going to have a 1948. And this one will be out of Philadelphia. Alrighty. Roll 43 is going to give us a second 1939 in this box. And this one looks pretty slick as well. Will it have a mint mark on it? Let's find out. And it's not going to, but we can still check it for the DDR that you can find on 5 cents and Monticello. And I do not see it on this one. And that's definitely a Philadelphia for sure. And I don't see any doubling on the obverse either. So that's just going to be a very well worn 1939 Philadelphia. Roll 44 is going to be a double find roll. They're only 2 coins away from each other. Well, 1 coin in between them, really. But we have a 1941 right here in front. And that one is going to be a Philadelphia. And we can get this 86 out of the way. And we have a 1948. And that one is going to be out of Philadelphia as well. And I just want to check what this one is because it doesn't look bad. And it's got a Denver mint mark. And that's going to be a 64. All right. Well, I'll definitely take the 2 finds that we got out of that roll. And we'll keep moving. Roll 45 is going to give us another 1947. And this one will be another Philadelphia. All right, so we'll put that over here. And we did also pull a 1959 out of this roll, out of Denver. And we just got a last couple coins here in this roll. What's that one? 23, 96. And it's 2017, so that's going to do it for roll 45. Roll 47 is going to be our second ender roll of the box. And this one was reverse facing on the roll. And it's going to be a 1941 out of Philly. That is pretty slick. A lot of 41s in this box. And a lot of finds in the 50s and 40s in this box as well. Quite a few of them up here. And we still have 3 rolls to go. Roll 48 is going to give us another 1947. And this one is going to be another Philadelphia. All right, guys, the last part of this box has definitely heated up quite a bit because now we're on roll number 49. And I believe we're going to have a few finds in this roll, but this is the first one I want to show you. I have a 2000 Philadelphia nickel here. And I always do this to every coin that I look at and search. But check it out when I flip this thing over. You see that? That is not horizontal, how the obverse is. We are actually going to have a rotated die mint error. And I believe this one's going to be rotated about 35 degrees, something like that. Because that's how it should be. And when I flip this, it should be straight up and down again, or horizontal, like I said. It might be about 25 degrees, but there's definitely some rotation going on. And I've never found it on a 2000 before. It's usually the 2001 or the 2016 Philadelphia. So that is awesome. And it's going to be counterclockwise rotation as well. And then a little further back in the roll, we do have a darker coin. And that is going to be another silver. Yep, 1943. That's in terrible shape. And that's going to be a Philadelphia. And honestly, this thing is in such bad shape. I'm not even going to look for the errors on it. Because I don't see the little line in the 3. And I don't believe that's going to be the doubled I either. All right. And then towards the back of the roll, we also have a 1957 that I saw as well. And that's going to be at Denver. So that was a pretty productive roll. We'll have to search through the rest of these and see what roll number 50 will give us, if anything. That's going to do it for box number 1 of this hunt. The last roll did not give us anything, but this was a pretty successful box hunt for box number 1. We have a lot of 40s up here, a total of 18 up here right now, and I have 2 more down below for a grand total of 20 finds from the 40s. I have, how many? 17 50s right here with a total of 18 50s finds. We only found 2 from the 30s, which is typical. They're both 1939 Philadelphias. We had 2 foreigns in this box, both being from Canada. And then the finds of this hunt are going to be a 2009 Philadelphia, our 2000 rotated die, a semi-key date 1951 San Francisco, our 2 silvers, which are really beat up, a 1942 Philly and a 1943 Philly, and then our 1 Buffalo nickel that we found being a 1929 from Denver. So that'll wrap up box number 1 of the hunt, and I'm going to throw that box to the side, and we'll get box number 2 ready. But before we start hunting box number 2, I want to grab something real quick. I'm going to grab my 2021 Denver PCGS Mint State 70, and we are going to rub it over this box and bless it to hopefully give us some really good finds. So hopefully that'll work, and we'll find a lot of stuff in box number 2 of the hunt as well. All right, guys, we're starting box number 2 of the hunt. This is the next day, and they just got home from work, and they resumed the Daytona 500 because today is the 16th of February, and the Daytona 500 was rain delayed for a little bit, but it's going again. And I got my first find out of box number 2, and it's going to come out of roll number 54 of the hunt. And we have a 1939 out of, let's see, where is this from? That one is going to be a Philadelphia. So we can check that for any of the doubling on the reverse. And I do not see any on this one. That all looks pretty normal. I'll just check the obverse real quick. And yeah, I'm not seeing any doubling there either. All right. So not a bad first find for the second box. Guys, back in roll number 61. We actually have 2 finds in this roll so far. First one I'm going to show you is this right here, the 1941. And that is going to be a Philadelphia example. And then our second find of this roll, I have under my little scope right here, which you can't see because the light's too bright. But I'll bring this up to the screen. And we're going to have an RPM on a 1964 Denver. And I did some research on Variety Vista. And this is actually going to be the RPM 001 for 1964 Denver. And I'll put you closer there so you can see what it looks like on Variety Vista, the example that they have here. There's the 3 pictures. And I'll bring you back to what I have under my scope. And that is what we have. And I'll pull it out from under the scope here. This coin is not in the best of shape, but it's not in horrible shape either. So that is a pretty sweet find, and definitely the first of its kind that I have found. So that is pretty cool. And I'm definitely going to hold on to that one as well. So roll 62, and we're going to have at least 2 finds in this roll because I see a 1941 poking out right here. So we can see if this has a mint mark on it. And it does not, so that's going to be another Philadelphia example. And then our second find was a little bit further back, and I saw 1948. And will this one have a mint mark? It does not either. So that'll be another Philadelphia, 1948 Philly. This guy here looks like it's kind of dirty. It's probably just, yeah, 97. Must have been in the ground or something. All right. Oh, and in roll 61, we did find the first 2024 Philly of the hunt. And it's not in bad shape. It looks pretty good to me. So we'll definitely put that aside. Roll number 20 is going to give me the first foreign for this box. And I've never seen this one before. This is going to be from Ecuador. And let's see what the other side looks like. That's pretty neat. And it's going to be a Cinco Centavos from 2000. Like I said, I've never seen this one before. That is a new one for me. It's cool. Gonna hold on to it for sure. Roll 71 is going to give us a second 1939 for this box. And will this one have a mint mark on it? It is pretty worn, so I'm guessing it's probably not going to. But let's see what we have. And nope, that's going to be another Philadelphia. So we can check that for doubling on the reverse. And I do not see any. And it looks like it also has the Ring of Death from a long time ago. But that is going to be another Philadelphia, 1939. No DDR. All right. Roll number 72 of this hunt. And I already saw what the obverse of this coin is. And can you guys see that there is a San Francisco mint mark on this one? I'll bring it up closer here. And when I flip this over, it's a 1948. So we are going to have one of our semi-key dates for the Jefferson Nickel series. I believe now this will be the second semi-key date for this hunt, because we found the 51S in the first box. That is awesome. Unfortunately, though, this one here is not in that good a condition. But it's still a keeper, for sure. That is sweet. All right. We also found a 1953 in this roll as well. And that one is going to be a Denver example. Roll 77 is going to give us a date that I don't see too often. We have a 1942. And this looks like it's going to be the Type 1, just the copper nickel clad. I don't believe it's going to be silver. It doesn't really have that color to it. But let's give it the flip and see what we have. Yep, that's going to be a Type 1 from Philadelphia. That is pretty slick on the reverse. Yeah. All right. Roll 79 is going to give us another 1947. It's definitely got some wear. And that's going to be another Philadelphia example. All right. We also found a 1957 in this roll. And that one is going to be a Philadelphia example as well. All right, not bad. Roll 80 is going to give us another 1942. This one's in a bit better shape. And I can definitely tell this one is a Type 1 copper nickel, not the silver. And will it have a mint mark? And it does not. But at least it's in better condition than the last one. That's for sure. All right. Just getting through roll number 86. And we're going to have a third 1939 for this box. This one is pretty slick again. And it's going to be another Philadelphia. And look how slick that is. That is well used for sure. And we can check it under the scope for any doubling, which I do not see. Definitely a Philly. Yep. All right. All right. That's cool. 339s in this box. And we also found a 1959 in this roll. And that one is going to be out of Denver. Roll number 88. And we're going to have another 1941. This is definitely the hunt of 41s. Between this box and the first box of the hunt, we're finding quite a few of them. And this one's going to be a San Francisco. You can see that S mint mark right over here. All right, not bad. Roll number 91, guys. And we are going to have a Buffalo in this box. And that is sweet. I don't see a mint mark. So this will be a Philadelphia example. It's going to be a Type 2. And let's see if it has a date. What do we got here? Ooh, man. I cannot tell. So I might have to nickel-date this one as well to see if we can find a date on this thing. I do not see anything there. That's tough. All right, let me nickel-date this, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, after hitting that buffalo nickel here with some nickel-date, we are going to have a 1917 out of Philly. So that is 108 years old. That is pretty sweet. It's just unfortunate we had to put nickel-date on it to see the date. All right, we'll have to see if we need that one for the album at the end of the hunt here, too. Guys, I just decided to hunt the rest of the box, and the last few rolls of the box did give us 2 more 40s finds. A 1941, that's going to be a Philadelphia. A 1949, it's also going to be a Philadelphia. And a 1954, that is going to be a Philadelphia as well, as I drop it right there. But here's the reverse, now you can see. So I'll just get into a wrap up as well for this box. We had quite a few finds in this box as well. This box did give us 1 buffalo nickel, 1917, Philadelphia. We got 3 1939 Philadelphias, and a total of 12 from the 40s, one of them being our 1948 San Francisco key date, and then a total of 17 from the 50s, which is quite a few. We did get 1 foreign out of this box, the Ecuador coin there, the 5 centavos. We got 1 1964 RPM, which is awesome. I did pull 2 2024 Philadelphias out of this box, and we also found the hard-to-find 2024 Denver. One of those as well. So this was, like I said, another pretty successful box. And I'll get everything together and we'll do a full hunt wrap-up to see what we got out of these 2 boxes combined. Back for the wrap-up of boxes 34 and 35 of the series. And as you can see here, we had quite a few finds between those 2 boxes. They were pretty loaded boxes, I would say. And we got quite a few things here. We did get 3 total foreigns out of those boxes. We got 5 1939s, all Philadelphias. We did get a total of 32 from the 40s, 2 of them being silver, and I'll get into in a second here. We got a total of 35 from the 50s. Let's see, we got the 1964 RPM, 2 semi-key dates, 1948S and a 1951S. We did get our 1 mint error, being the 2000 Philly with the rotated die. That's about 25, 30 degrees counterclockwise of rotation there. We did get 2 buffalo nickels, 1917 Philly and a 1929 Denver. We'll have to check and see if we need those in the buffalo nickel album. We did get a 2009 Philadelphia right there, and a 2024 Denver. Very low mintage nickel there as well. And we also found 2 silvers in this box, the 1942 Philly and the 43 Philly as well. So like I said, this was a pretty good hunt. And we also got a few bright and shinies that we'll have to check in our album to see if they upgrade or any possible additions as well. So let me do that, and I'll be right back to see what we can add or upgrade in these albums. All right, guys, I'm back after plugging in our additions and checking our upgrades. We are going to have 2 additions and 3 upgrades for this episode. And the first of our upgrades is going to be the 1917 Philadelphia Buffalo Nickel. I did have to nickel-date today's example, But that is the guy we had in its place. And you can see today's is in much better shape. And then our addition in the Buffalo Nickel album is going to be the 1929 Denver with only 8.37 million minted. So that is a nice addition right there. And then we had 2 upgrades in our Jefferson Nickel albums, and they're both the semi-key dates. The 1948 San Francisco and the 1951 S. Also being a San Francisco. But both the ones we found in today's hunt do look better than the examples that we had. And then as far as our additions in the Jefferson Nickel albums is going to be right here, this 1976 out of Philly. So that's pretty sweet. And with those now, that'll put us up to 169 spots out of the possible 192 for the Jefferson Nickel albums, and 16 of the possible 65 for our Buffalo Nickel album. So we're coming along pretty darn well so far after only hunting through 35 boxes of nickels. And I'm pretty happy with the way this series is going so far. And then we did find 2 silvers for this hunt, so we can add them in there to our silver jar. We don't have much in there, but hopefully it'll start adding up here real soon. It's only February, so we have a lot of time to go in this year yet. And with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up. And we'll see you on the next one.